Hello, my name is Max and welcome to Foodaholic. An all new series I'm starting. By the time I'm recording this, I'm not quite sure when it will be starting. But of course, by the time you're watching this, I will have figured it out. But yeah, just a simple series all about food, a little bit like 5 Simple Drinks. It's all about making some simple food that tastes really good. Most episodes I'll make it simple. Like today, I'm making a pretty simple, like a cheese sauce type thing with meat in it. Choose for a nice little nacho-esque dinner. Let's start off by cutting up the things that need to be cut up. So, you're gonna get a little sideways view here as I first cut up 3 red onions. There we go. 3 onions cut up as finely as I can do. Let's put these over to the side here. Of course, we want to keep our workspace as clean as possible. So, gonna remove all this, the compost. Bring out a new cutting board here. I'm gonna cut up some jalapenos. I only have these ones in glass. I didn't want to buy some new ones. Although I think the recipe calls for some fresh jalapenos. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of this. I'm just kinda yeah, and that's how quickly you get your jalapenos cut up. Alright. Almost final thing that needs to cut up. I'm just gonna clean this off with a fresh cloth here. Got 2 more things that need to be cut up. These ones should be relatively easy. So one is a stick of cheese. Now this recipe calls for 4 cheeses to be used. 3 that are shredded and 1 that's a block or a stick or whatever you want to call it. And as to that one, I actually used like the same 2 cheeses, almost. And I just have to say, I won't do that. I have 4 different kinds of cheese. This is an Emmentaler. Then I've got. We'll go through the cheese when I'm done. But this is an Emmentaler, which I'm just gonna cut up. I'm not gonna do a big fuss about it because it's gonna be melted, so I'm just gonna make sure. Cut down into smaller pieces so that it's easier to melt. I think a stick like this is gonna be 3 pieces. It's a very small piece and a couple of very huge pieces. Yeah, they're not evenly cut whatsoever, but that, as I said, doesn't matter. It's gonna be melted anyways. That became 4 parts. There we go, that's the cheese, which probably should be laying on something different, whatever. Next up, we have the meat. These are some grill sticks with Italian spices. Now the recipe called for some chorizos, which like I can't buy that here in Denmark, unfortunately. Because I am restricted with where I'm from. So uncooked, these ones just kind of fall apart. So you know what? I'm actually thinking that I'm not going to cut these ones up. I'm just going to put them in and mash them into it. So we're done here. Let's head on over to the pan. Start off with the cheeses. Of course, got a blocks of Emmentaler that we cut up before. And you know what? I'm going to already now change to a bigger pan. I'm even going to change to a bigger pan. I don't feel like this one is even that much bigger. This one feels bigger, so it's the one that is going in. Those will just need a cloth and they're ready to go back down into storage. Anyways, Parmesan cheese. As I said, recipe called for only cheddar and mozzarella to be used. And I just feel like if you're gonna put in 4 different cheeses, you're gonna put in 4 different cheeses. So I'm gonna put in 4 different kinds of cheese. But yeah, those are the 2 different ones, because obviously I'm gonna put in cheddar and freaking mozzarella. Obviously, it belongs in this one. That's just one big block. Gonna add in our these ones, onions. Our jalapenos. The recipe actually also called for red chilies. I'm not going to add those just because my girlfriend wouldn't like it when it's that spicy. So, gonna add a can of tomatoes if I can get it open. There's a lot of food here. And we're going to add our grill sticks. Gonna add this one that I tried dicing up. And then just add the remaining here. As I said, I'm gonna squeeze these down as I mix it up. And then of course we're going to add some cream to it. This is cooking cream, obviously. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on heat and just leave it there until everything has cooked in together. Just, of course, smashing this into it, mixing everything up together here, and just waiting for the heat to go through to everything be mixed up and delicious. And there we go. It's very liquid and has all the ingredients in there, so it's right. So we grab a nacho chip, get a nice bit of filling on there, and slam back with flavor. It's a really good like cheese sauce type thing. Of course, if you want, you can always put your chips in a little bowl and in the oven. Of course, a bowl they can handle being in the oven to heat them up a little bit. I know some people like them hot. When I was doing this, a bowl of chips next to it, you're good to go. So that's my little recipe. First episode of Foodaholic. It's a little bit burned. We'll ignore that. But yeah, I'll try and make some simple meals, delicious meals. Yeah, hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.